Hi, ladies. It looks like I might be live now. This is the second time I tried to schedule a live video, and it didn't seem like it likes that. It acts like it's cranking to make a video, and then it doesn't actually make a video. So hopefully this is not my internet connection, because I want to be able to keep doing these from home. I don't have a very interesting background at the church building. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to get into my I see I'm live now. I see that this is weird. I can see myself on my own phone live. I'm going to make a comment under the video that is going to be a link to our Ladies Bible Study sign up page. It's going to give you, well, not the sign up page, it's going to be the description page. And then at the very bottom of that description page, you will see a register link. And so you'll be able to register from there. So welcome, welcome. I don't know if I lost people or how that worked. When I scheduled the live, I saw some people saw it. But so what I'm going to be talking about today is the studies that are going to be available this fall. So this has been a crazy week, hasn't it? A lot of us had kids that started school. I know my youngest son is a senior at Lamar, and so they started on Monday, and then got canceled Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I made some homemade ice cream, and I'm going to celebrate the non-event that Hurricane Laura was, because we're excited about that it was a non-event. Okay, so I'm going to cut out all this front stuff, because when I post it on YouTube, I'll cut all this out. So for you Facebook ladies, you get that extra detail. So welcome, ladies, to the First Colony Church of Christ Women's page on Facebook or YouTube, wherever you're looking at it. So today I'm going to be talking about the fall studies that are available starting in September. I'm very excited about this. We're not going to be able to meet in person as far as we know yet. That may be coming in the future. But everything that we're going to be able to do in the fall is going to have to continue to be online. And it's just going to take a lot of extra, communication, getting the communication out there. We already sent an email on Monday that included all of the fall opportunities for all the different age groups, not just women. And then there'll be another email coming out later this week, so be looking for that. And this particular sign up that I'm talking about just for women today is available on the women's ministry page on the church website. So the link that I put underneath this video will show you these studies that I'm going to be talking about today. So I thought I'd just go through these. We've had about 14 ladies step up to be leaders so far. So that's why we are able to offer all of the opportunity that we have. So I'm pretty excited about the lineup that we have. All right, so let me just go through them. So when you get to the women's study page and start looking at it, you're going to see the first study you'll see is an option called Psalms, the Prayer of God's People. This is by Jen Wilkin. This is our Tuesday morning offering. So this is going to look on Zoom. I'm going to try to recreate it on Zoom, kind of like you would do it on a Tuesday morning. So normally in a Tuesday morning, you would come together and maybe have a little worship time or announcements, and then you break out into your groups. So the way that this Tuesday morning group will work is it'll be in roughly the same time slot from 10 to 11:30, and we'll all come together and we'll view a video if technology works like it's supposed to. And the video will be about a 30-minute video, and then you'll actually break out into groups. So when you sign up for this study, you're going to need to choose your group. And the leaders that we have right now are Karen Wolf and Molly Lockmeyer. They're paired up. Allison Haber and Shelley Brown. And Jenny Fridge and Stacy Beasley. So that prepares us for 3 breakout groups. And Zoom groups, we really want them to be kind of small groups, because it's difficult. You can't see everybody on a screen. If you get more than 9 people in a group, you can't see them all on the same screen. And then it's like you may as well have put them off into a corner somewhere. So we want to keep the groups real tight and small. So go ahead and sign up early, because they may fill up fast. And what I'm planning to do if they fill up is to ask other ladies if they would be willing to step up to be group leaders. And what I mean by that really is just you're facilitating discussion. The way this particular study, this is again Psalms, Prayers of God's People. This works that you'll do the actual homework first, and then you'll watch the video that goes with it. So the tricky part about this study is going to be the registration part. Once you register through our page and choose your leader, then it's going to push you out to the Village Church website. And the Village Church, Jen Wilkin, the author of the study, she works for the Village Church, and she wrote this study, and you buy it through them. So if you think about how you have to make an account on Amazon, for instance, if you're going to purchase something through Amazon, you have to make an account with the Village Church and then have your credit card ready, because you'll purchase this study for $15. And what you get for your $15 is all the videos that go with the study are going to be emailed to you, and the study guide will be emailed to you. So once you register, then beginning September 6th, you'll get an email from the Village Church, and it'll have everything you need for that week. Now, our groups on Zoom are going to begin meeting on September 8th. So you will have gotten your email. You'll have registered and gotten your email. Just let it sit there. You don't even need to open it. You could just, no homework required. You don't need to watch that video. Meet us at Zoom on September 8th. And then you open up that email and start doing the homework for that week. And then when we meet again the following Tuesday, the first thing we'll do all together is watch the video that went with that homework, which was the video you would have received on September 6th. So that's, like I said, that's going to be probably the most confusing part, is just the registration and understanding what to do with these emails that you're getting from the Village Church. But I think once we get into the flow of it, it's going to be made clear. Now, here's the advantage to this, is that everybody that signs up for the study has everything they need. So if you can't sit for an hour and a half on a Zoom meeting on Tuesdays, then you can do your homework and then watch the video on your own, and just pop in for the 10:30 to 11:30 portion of the Zoom meeting with your small group. You just go straight into your small group, and if you watch the video on your own. Or if Tuesdays don't work for you at all, then you can go through the registration through the Village Church, and you have the study yourself. You can just consider this a resource, like I'm resourcing you with a good study that you could try out, and you'll have everything you need to form a group of your own, maybe through your connection group, maybe with your neighbors. You would have everything you would need to do the study with your friends. So just a couple of options out there. Think outside the box. Don't think you have to, just because, this study is only offered on Tuesdays. It's not only offered on Tuesdays. The world's wide open to us now. We're limited because we can't meet in person, but we're also have all these opportunities because we can meet online. So take advantage of that opportunity while it's still a thing. The next one that will show up when you look at the study descriptions is 40 Verses to Ignite Your Faith. And this one is happening on Tuesday nights. This study is part of our online church. So we have been launching some things. Even before quarantine, we were launching things that were only online for our outreach. So this is one of those. This is a study that is only online. So it will never, even when we're allowed to start meeting in person again, this one will never move to in person. That's never what it was designed to do. So it's just going to meet on Tuesday nights on Zoom. This study is offered through Right Now Media. Everybody who is a member at First Colony can get a Right Now Media account. And if you sign up for this, you'll receive instructions about how to do that, how to activate your Right Now Media account. And it's free, except for the book. So if you sign up for it, you'll get the study guide, but you'll have to purchase the book on your own. And I do recommend that you purchase the book. I chose this study for a couple of reasons. One, the description, 40 Verses to Ignite Your Faith. It's talking about 40 verses that maybe aren't super popular ones. It's not the ones that you probably have memorized already from just seeing people hold up signs at football games or whatever. So I felt like looking at verses that were not as familiar to people would help people sort of see the Bible fresh. And that was her intention with this, is to encourage people and help them to gain strength from the Word of God in a new and fresh way. And the other reason I chose this one is because it has very short instructional videos that go with it. So what I have found is that if a study has a video that goes with it and you put it on the people who are signed up to the study to watch the video on their own, they often don't do it. But this one, the videos are so short that I know that we can all watch them together and then move into our discussion time, and we can get it all done in 1 hour. So that's why I chose this one, 40 Verses to Ignite Your Faith by Lori Short. Okay, and then the next one on the list, this one is Psalm 23. I think it's very interesting. I've seen that a lot of studies seem to be around the Psalms lately. The Psalms are a great resource for learning how to pray. It's learning how to talk about God and talk to God. And Psalm 23 is that famous psalm that Jesus quotes at the beginning. No, I'm thinking of the wrong one. This is the one that a lot of people know. The Lord is my shepherd. That Psalm 23. So you'll be able to go through that and take great comfort and just, spend time sitting in that great comfort that psalm. It's beautiful, even though we say it in English and it was not even really originally written in English. But that group on Wednesday nights, this one is Wednesday nights. They're going to be meeting also on Zoom because that's all we can do right now. Normally, though, they meet at the church building. And they've been doing this for a long time. And you'll notice with this description that it only has a start date. And the reason they do that is because they keep it very loose. This is a group that meets, a lot of the ladies are working full time. And so they just can't commit to having a bunch of homework all the time. So they keep it, what you get done is what you get done that night together. And that means if you have to spend a couple weeks to move on to the next part of the study, then that's okay. And so they keep it real loose. And it's a team of ladies that teach that together, and they kind of pass around who's responsible for leading the discussion each week. And that team is Kristen Wyatt and Charity Avera and Sandy Besso and Janelle Mickelson. So those four ladies they take turns leading that group on Wednesday nights. And one really interesting thing that they talked about doing is if we're able to return at some point, hopefully in the fall, in person, they talked about just keeping it a hybrid group, like just going ahead and keeping the Zoom portion of it. So if they have people who are Zooming in to join the group who can't make it physically to the building on Wednesday night, you could still be part of that group. And I thought that was a brilliant idea. So that's Psalm 23 by Matt Chandler. Okay, now this one I'm really excited about. Women's encouragement groups. We've got three of them signed up so far. And this is a program I would really love to see grow. So women's encouragement groups aren't exactly studies. We are calling these Bible study opportunities. That's the way we label it. But this one isn't exactly a study. It's not like you're picking a book of the Bible or a theme from the Bible and studying it. You're just going through and encouraging each other. You're creating relationships and encouraging each other spiritually. So they're just friendships. They're hangout friendships, but they're going to have a spiritual focus. And the leaders are going to guide the women to develop relationships with each other and develop their spiritual disciplines, prayer and Sabbath service. Developing relationships with one another is that's a Christian discipline because we're not made to do things by ourselves. So I'm excited about these. They're going to meet, each of the leaders has a different time that works for her. And so we're going to have one, let me just read it right off of the list. We're going to have one meeting on Mondays. This is led by Peggy Palvido, and this is an evening group. They're going to be meeting from 7 to 8 at night, and it's every other Monday. So that'll just be through November 23rd. We'll have a group meeting on Wednesday mornings. This one's led by Denise Cummings. This is going to be 10 to 11 on Wednesday mornings from September 9th through November 18th. And then another group will meet on Thursday mornings from 10 to 11 from September 10th to November 19th. And that one is led by Melanie Watterson. And just like all the other Zoom groups, these need to be small. So these are going to fill up fast. And if we end up with a waiting list, then I will definitely be reaching out to other women to ask them if they would be interested in leading an encouragement group and approach the women who are on the waiting list to try to make that happen. But I'm really excited about this because really, the only reason we get together, the only reason it matters to even know the Word of God is to know God. And we know Him in all of the different ways that we walk in our Christian life. We need to know we want to know how to please Him, and we want to know how to be with each other. And so it just to have the knowledge without the relationship, it's not really useful at all. And so to have a group that encourages women to develop relationships with one another as they practice their Christian walk is very powerful. And those are relationships that can last a lifetime. So I'm excited about those. And the last thing that you'll see on the list is the Bible Study Fellowship. Now, we've never advertised this before because it's actually not run through our church. But when times are normal, This is a group that actually meets at our church on Monday nights. And Bible Study Fellowship is an outstanding Bible study program. It's worldwide. They generally have groups that are either women's groups or men's groups. There are young adult groups that mix, but our group is a women's group that meets on Monday nights. But this one, I wanted to advertise it to you because I want you to know it's there. It's a really good program, but you won't register through us. When you click the registration link, it's actually going to push you over to their website. You have to register through them. I'm just advertising it there because I want you to know about it. So that's it. I just wanted to give you guys an update about what's going to be coming in September. Look for those emails. There's one that already went out on Monday. Look for the email that's going to come out later this week, I think Friday. Look for it on the women's ministry page on the website. You can click the link that I just put underneath. There's lots of different ways to access this information. Pray about it. Invite your friends. Sign up. Make a group of your own if you want to. Let's go grassroots. You don't have to stick with just what I'm offering. So I hope you enjoy and are excited about what's coming in the fall. And I will be back next Thursday at 1 with more. So see you next week. Bye-bye.